Today we're going to be creating a simple one-point perspective drawing of a landscape. A landscape is a drawing of a place, and for your landscape you could choose to make a realistic place, you could make a fantasy place, or create any type of place that you want to. But all of our one-point perspective drawings are going to have some of the same basic elements, and we're going to start with a horizon line. A horizon line is the line where the sky meets the ground. And if you want your if you want your landscape to have a lot of sky showing, like maybe you want to draw a really big beautiful sunset or sunrise, then you might want to have more sky. If not, you can raise the horizon line and have less sky showing if you'd like to feature more things on the ground. I'm going to put my horizon line going across the center of my page. So I placed my ruler there, and I'm just going to trace the edge so that I have a nice straight line. Then we're going to put what is called the vanishing point on the center of the horizon line. So that's just a small dot, and it is at that point where everything in the drawing disappears. Our one-point perspective drawings will include some sort of a path or walkway or road. So that's what we're going to draw next, and we're going to use our ruler and connect the vanishing point with the bottom of the page using a diagonal line. Now you can make these two lines really far apart from each other, or you can make them close together. I think I'm going to keep it somewhere in the middle. So I just connected the point to the bottom of the page. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And when you connect a dot to something, we don't put the dot on the corner of the ruler like that. We just slide the ruler up so that we're using the edge. There we go. Now I'm ready to start adding things, and our drawing should have a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. The foreground is the very front of the picture, and the things that are in the foreground of your drawing are the things that are closest to you. So if you think about it, when you're really close to something like a tree, it's huge and you can't see the entire thing. So I'm going to start by drawing a tree in my drawing. So I'm going to draw a really big pine tree. So pine trees have these sort of triangular shapes, and the tree is huge. It's like it's right in front of my face. I'm going to darken that a little bit so you can see it. So just have this kind of natural sort of wavy line to it, and I can have it going over, and maybe my trunk will start over here. Now my tree is on top of the horizon line, so I shouldn't be able to see that through the tree, so I'm just going to erase that very carefully and maybe fix this part of my tree. So there's my tree in the foreground, and I can add something over here. Maybe over here I want to have a building, and my building has straight lines, so I'm going to use a ruler, and it should go up past the horizon line. Everything in the foreground should go up above the horizon line. Nice straight line. There we go. And again, my building covers the horizon line, so I have to erase that where it shows. And I'm going to now use my ruler to add some details. Every straight line should be drawn with a ruler. Now for your landscapes, you do not need to copy exactly what I'm drawing. You shouldn't be copying it the same way that I am drawing it. Now if you would like to include some similar things like a building or a tree, then you can do that, but it should not look exactly like mine. And I'm going to leave this simple for now and come back and add more details later, because now I need to work on my middle ground. The middle ground has that word middle in it because it is the middle of your picture. So it's everything that's not as close as possible to us, not as far away as possible, but right in the center. And I think I want to have maybe another tree over here. So again, it should be starting above the horizon line. But these are our middle or medium shaped things. So this tree is going to go behind the big one. Okay, erase the horizon line inside the object. So you can see that it's smaller than anything in the foreground. And I could maybe add some other things on this side if I want to. I think I'm going to keep going though and go right to the background. And the background is the smallest objects and they're as far away as possible. A good place to start with your background would be the sky. We do not draw a corner sun, so that means that I'm not going to put my sun up here in the corner. Okay, that's like drawing a stick person. We're past that point. If you would like to have a sun on your picture, you can put it in as a circle in the middle. It could be pretty small, it could be really big. I think I want to start by putting some mountains in the background of my picture. And our mountains are not perfect triangles with sharp points, they're a little bit rounded at the top. Little mountain range going back here, a little bit bumpy. Let's have one more right here. Okay, and then maybe my picture is going to have a sunrise. So I'm going to have a huge sun, a little bigger than it would normally be, and that's okay. I'm not going to draw the rays of the sun sticking out. Instead, I know that when I decide to add color to this, I'm going to just have really colorful streaks going across the sky. Look like a real sunset. Okay, now that I have something in my foreground, my middle ground, and my background, I'm going to go through and I'm going to add some details and maybe make a few changes as well.